Exclusive Halo's going to start favourite and is entitled to as well.
Yes, he's a very smart 2-year-old, this fellow. He's got 58 kilos here today, so he's got a fair bit of weight. But look, his win at Flemington was superb. He was on the inside going and it wasn't all that good there. He still won by 3.5 lengths in his first start. His second start at Moonee Valley, well, he led and he was just far too good for them. So he's going to be very hard to beat again here, Pete.
I know you give this other horse, number 2, Hong Kong Treasure, a chance of beating Exclusive Halo, though.
You're right. Only because at the odds, I think this horse is pretty good value. I've liked his last 2 runs, this fellow. He's only had the 2 runs, but his first run, he got back. He got into a little bit of trouble and he ran on well. At Moonee Valley, he did the same with Jackie Che on board. He got into a little trouble on the turn, didn't get a clear run at them. I think the 1200 is going to suit him here today. And at the odds, I just thought he'll give you a very good run for your money here.
Number 3, More Luskin, trained by Jim Marconi at Mornington, ridden by Danny Nikolic, was a drifter in the betting, got from 6s to 14s when he ran down the track behind Exclusive Halo at Moonee Valley.
Yes, on that occasion he did miss the start and he was 3 wide for most of the way. It was a fairly good run, but he has trialled since at Werribee and it wasn't a bad trial either, so he's probably a chance at odds.
My rule of the first starter, number 4, David Taggart is the rider, and Jim Marconi again the trainer. And well, it's well bred. This Nandali Star, its mother, has had 3 city winners.
Yes, Peter, this horse has trialled twice. Trialled at Sandown in September. He hung all the way there, so he did have a bit to learn. His second trial, he went all right. He had improved a fraction there, but it's a little bit tough here first up, I think.
Brian Werner takes the ride aboard number 5, Principality, replacing Greg Hall, who won't be riding here today. Greg aggravated a rib injury here on Saturday, so he's relinquished all his rides. And Principality only 1 start, second behind Tuscany Fly. Was beaten a fair way by the winner, though.
He was quite wide throughout there on that occasion, Pete. I think this horse looks quite good. I gave him some sort of chance in this race.
Number 6 is Sales Pitch, and trained by John Hawkes, to be ridden by Alf Matthews. Hard to have on its only 2 appearances, Jen.
Very hard to have, Pete. I think he has to lift his game a little.
Ventilago, number 7, to be ridden by Darren Beedman, trained by David Hayes. Not a bad effort at its first start behind Exclusive Halo, and then chased home the same horse at Moonee Valley.
Well, he meets him again here today, Exclusive Halo, and I just think it's very hard to see him beating him here today.
Zofco's number 8, to be ridden by Patrick Payne. Finished 7th behind Exclusive Halo in that race we were talking about, and then went up to Echuca and won impressively.
Yeah, the run at Flemington wasn't bad. Echuca, of course, was a lot weaker than what he strikes here today, but he's probably there with a place chance.
And number 9, Big Jester, has been thereabouts, and it's only 2 appearances behind Joker's Girl.
A little bit unlucky last start at Caulfield because he raced midfield and then he was on the inside, he got held up and he got a slight check at the 400-metre mark. But he'd probably have to improve a fair bit to beat the top 2 here.
So sum it up for us in race 1, Jen. See if we can start the day on a winning note.
I'm going to go for the value here, Peter, in number 2, Hong Kong Treasure. I think he can maybe beat this horse, Exclusive Halo. And for third, I'll put in number 5, Principality.
Well, I'll stick with Exclusive Halo to beat Hong Kong Treasure in the first event. And this one will be short on the tote. Dan Maliki, check out the tote figures now for us on race 1.
$1.50, Peter. Exclusive Halo is showing for the win dividend. Hong Kong Treasure, it's $8.70. More Luskin, $37. My Ruler, $37.80. Principality, $9.30. Sales Pitch at $32.90. Ventilago, $17.80. Zoff Coast, $14.50. And Big Jester, the filly, is at $9.90 for the winner, $1.90 for the place. So a field of 9 running and 2-1 on are the tote odds on offer for Exclusive Halo.
Pretty short, Dan, but he's entitled to be after those 2 brilliant efforts winning here at Flemington and Moonee Valley. Here's the map. And it's the charge down the 1,200 metres. As Tim said, the race lengthened this year up to 1,200 metres for the Maribyrnong plate and a field of 9. And the favourite Exclusive Halo drawn in barrier 4. There are the tips. So it's Exclusive Halo from myself, John Letts and Roy Higgins, and Jen looking for a bit of value here with Hong Kong Treasure in the first event on the card. Light rain falling as they go to the stalls, but we should be used to that after the first 3 days of the carnival. We'll be back with the opening race on Nissan Stakes Day after this break.
Final day of the carnival and they're off and racing now. A bit slow to begin was My Ruler down towards the inside. Hong Kong Treasure jumped out well with Exclusive Halo. Ventilago's pushing up on the inside of Exclusive Halo. In fourth placing was More Luskin on the rail, then Big Jester 4 out. They were followed by Principality, Sales Pitch, and back to the tail end of the fields. Off Coast is second last, and My Ruler at the rear as they come down towards the 800 metres point, and Ventilago in front leads about a half a length to Exclusive Halo. Hong Kong Treasure 3 out, Big Jester 4 outs, Off Coast 5 out, Principality 6 out. Then came My Ruler, More Luskin back behind them with Sales Pitch. They race onto the course proper now, 550 to go. Ventilago and Exclusive Halo together. Exclusive Halo goes to a narrow lead. In third placing, Principality, and they were followed by More Luskin battling on fairly well. Principality putting some pressure on Exclusive Halo as they run down towards the 300. Exclusive Halo finding something, it's a length in front. Principality trying to come at it, and they were followed by More Luskin back to the rail. Exclusive Halo just in front. Principality trying hard. Exclusive Halo's lengthening though, it's a length and a half in front, and Exclusive Halo's going to be too good for Principality and More Luskin, and Exclusive Halo makes it 3 out of 3, wins a length and a quarter. Principality second, More Luskin's run third. My Ruler ran fourth, and quite an eye-catcher. Hong Kong Treasure failed to run on, then Sales Pitch. Ventilago got very tight, and Zoff Coast and Big Jester were also noticeable weakeners over the last 400 metres.
Definitely was, Dan. They ran 1:13.3, which I think, you know, our point about the track, I reckon it's just a little bit worse than good, but gee, what a nice colt this horse is, Exclusive Halo. He's had the 3 runs, won the 3 of them. Principality, I think he'll go on and improve. He ran a very good race. He was sort of stuck out of no man's land. It's a bit difficult for a 2-year-old to win out there.
$1.60 and $1.10 you can expect for Exclusive Halo. Principality $1.90, and More Luskin a place tote of $6.60. 113.3. Well, it is the first try for these 2-year-olds over the 6 furlongs, Gary, this season.
Right, Dan.
But also the wind has got to play a major part in that too.
Oh, definitely. You can see here, you know, we often talk about how important the fence is to a horse. See, Exclusive Halo's got the running rail, and they go straight. With the horse on the outside there, he'd worked very hard early in the race. He was 5 and 6 wide. You can see here he's most probably just wanting to drift in a little bit here. Here's the head on. You can see here he's 5 or 6 off the rails, and you'll see Exclusive Halo, he's in the green, 1 off the fence here. He gradually gets to the fence. You can see how that other horse, Principality, has moved in now. It's gone from 6 wide into about 4 wide. Just giving him a tap with the whip here, and you'll see he'll most probably shift again, and that's why Brian Winters had to stop riding him and straighten him a little bit. See, he's coming now, he's only about 2 off the fence. You'll just have to stop riding him shortly, straighten him up. You can see the other horse on the fence, Exclusive Halo. There he's just to stop riding him, just to straighten him a little bit. It just makes such a difference. It's worth, I reckon, a couple of lengths here on a 2-year-old if you can get that running rail. Here's a great shot here of them going to the line. But he's a very smart colt.
Yeah, he certainly is. He had to give weight to his rivals today. He hasn't been like that, or other horses haven't got weight from him at this stage through his preparation. 3 starts, 3 wins, and I would tend to think Gerald Ryan would put him away for the autumn now.
Yes, he's gone to the line well and done everything asked of him so far. I like the way he just sort of relaxes in a race, and when he wants to ask him, he finds straight away. That's what he did at Moonee Valley. Here's a good shot of him coming back here. He's a nice type of colt. He was really relaxed before the race. And that's what makes a good racehorse, Dan. The ones, it's like people, you know, if they've got that, you know, easy-going manner, and if a horse has got that, they'll relax with you in a race, and that's what the whole secret of winning races is.
Peter Nucky, the rider, he didn't panic when Principality drew alongside him at the 400-metre point because it was a long way from home, and he, as I said, he just didn't panic. It was a very heady ride. He was obvious about the ability of the horse underneath him, and he really didn't get desperate on the horse at any stage.
No, he just sort of rode him. That's what I liked about him. I thought then when Principality got to him, I thought, well, he's got a little bit up his sleeve, this boy. He knows what he's doing, and there's nothing like knowing the horse you're on either. He knew he was going to quicken.
Well, that he certainly does. John Letts has Peter Nucky, who's ridden his first winner at the Carnival, the first also for Gerald Ryan, so they'd be pretty happy associated with a very good 2-year-old, John Letts.
Peter, you've had 3 rides on Exclusive Halo for 3 wins.
Yeah, lovely pleasure horse to ride. He's a natural little racehorse where the other babies go out and make mistakes. He'll go out there, he won't make a mistake, and that makes my job a lot easier.
And Peter, you give weight to them all today and still were too good for them.
Yeah, we carried 58 with the 2 penalties, but he showed his class and he won nice.
Peter, the wind into the front of them coming down the straight, is it slowing them up a bit?
Yeah, well, he had to hit the breeze too, which made it even harder. But The Bruce was getting her, which was holding her back that little bit, but he let go nice.
Yeah, it's a nice race to win, $1,000 race. Congratulations, Pete.
Thank you.
Congratulations, mate.
John Letts there with Peter Nucky, formerly from Western Australia, now riding for the Gerald Ryan stable. I know Gerald would be very pleased. He had a few placings during the Cup Carnival. He's got his first winner up here at Flemington, and he'll be very happy about that, Peter Donegan.
Yes, he would be, Dan. He's an exceptionally smart horse, this fella.
Yeah, he goes very well, Pete. You know, he's done everything right, and he's got the nature and the attitude to make a horse, and he just helps himself.
Yeah, the others getting weight from him today, but he just stuck to his guns. You know, where the weight was going to tell in the last 200, he was doing his best work.
Yeah, well, it worried me going into the race a little bit, and then watching the race when they kept him at his hammer. Well, I just hoped he was going to be strong enough to hold him off, but I think he went along with a little bit under his sleeve, and perhaps, you know, now he was feeling the pinch the last 30 yards, so I think we might, you know, we'll put him away now and worry about something in the autumn with him.
Is he up to Blue Diamond Golden Slipper class, do you think?
I don't really think so, Peter, at this stage. He sort of doesn't come over as that, but he keeps going to the races and winning, so he doesn't come over as precocious as what Hurricane Sky did last year, and I always thought he would make a Blue Diamond horse. It just got me doubts about this horse.
Well, you've got a lot of happy owners here. I know you want to talk to them. Congratulations, Gerald.
Thank you, Peter.
Gerald Ryan, the winning trainer in the first event, with exclusive halo taking out the money from Principality and Moorluskin. Time 1:13.3. Fourth home was number 4, My Ruler. Fifth home, number 2, Hong Kwok Treasure, which didn't have a lot of luck. We'll take a break now from Flemington. Back with the dividends and correct weight on the Maribyrnong plate after this.
And a popular result too, Tim. Exclusive Halo, the favourite, for $1 dividend in Victoria. These are the divvies in Victoria. $1.60 and $1.10. Principality, $1.90. Moorluskin, $6.60 for the place. The Quinella was $6.10. The trifecta paid $114.60. Margins were 1 length by a half a length. The time, 1:13.3. That's equivalent to a slow track time, but the track's not. It's mainly because of that headwind. It is very, very strong, as we pointed out before. And there's been 3 two-year-old races this week, Tim, and all 3 races have been won by the favourite.
Yeah, and he won it very well too. I tell you what, with 58 on his back, exclusive halo. Interesting to hear Gerald say that he didn't think he was up to slipper or diamond standard just yet. I'm pretty sure he'll get there. He's a very smart colt. Presentations are ready on the
$9.10. Diversifiers open up $20.40. Noble Lottos $6.40. iSalt $16.10. Ladies Way $13.50. Go-Go Doll $7.40. Sudden Wonder $18.10. Ascona $28.80. 9 is out, Lady Cimarosa. 10 Presage $50.60. Cyclone Watch $34.80. Grey Rose $17.70. Perdido $7 even. Tristera $8.70. Our Bridgetta $16.90. Ritual Snip $44.30. La Poundage, horse number 17, $31.90. And Summer Alert $35.80. The big one today is the Nissan Stakes, race 5. Primacy showing $17.20 to make it back-to-back wins in this Group 1 event. State Taj at $5.80. Soho Square $55.10. Cabora $19.10. Innocent King $20.30. Western Red $12.30. Arborea $9.70. Excited Angel $5 even. Play or Pay $19.90. Waikikamukow $24.20. Spring Theme $4.60 is the favourite. Belzever $56.40. Pride of Rancho $49.60. Seascape $63. Idea $54. Monsieur $117. Kendall Star $31.90 and Teos $49.50. The emergencies, the Cummings duo of Ford Chase and Mr. Mutual Respect are omissions from the feature event, the Group 1 Nissan Stakes.
Well, time now to check it.
There are 27 racecourses in Ireland and all have their distinctive character. Take Galway on the west coast. The annual summer festival over 6 days has the biggest betting turnover of the year and not only attracts the best horses, some of the biggest names in showbiz and sport make the annual pilgrimage to sample the atmosphere and charm of this historic racetrack.
A lot of people go racing at Galway and they might never attend another Irish meeting during the year. A lot of people come home from England, America, further afield, even a few from Australia, and they get together with their pals and relations and enjoy the crack for the week.
Jumps racing enjoys equal popularity with flat. Racegoers are spoiled. With 80% of yearlings exported, the Irish thoroughbred industry leads the world. 12,000 mares produce 8,000 foals per year. And the racegoer has a keen eye for bloodlines.
There's an unfortunate trend worldwide in making races shorter and shorter that allows the horses with inferior soundness to compete. That's a pity. And that's why a race like the Melbourne Cup is so important. Its distance makes it has to be a very sound horse that can win at that trip.
You won't find a track like Galway in Australia. Horses negotiate a big climb in the finishing straight. But when the day is done, the real fun begins. Galway is famous for its racing and its oysters. And after parting with your hard-earned cash, it's custom to come back here to Moorings of the Weir and just soothe those nerves with a dozen oysters and a pint of Guinness. Willie Moran is the world oyster opening champion.
That's right, 1 minute 31 seconds for 30 oysters.
This renowned family business has never advertised. Let's just say that word has travelled along the taste vine.
Distinguished people coming in, you know, likes of Roger Moore, Paul Newman, the Japanese Prince and Princess, Tom Watson, Lee Trevino, there about 2 months ago. Everybody's welcome.
Fairyhouse Racetrack is a 45-minute drive from Dublin. It doesn't attract the big crowds of Galway, but the track surface ranks with the best in the country. Our visit to Fairyhouse coincides with a race exclusively for female jockeys.
We're just trying to be equal in an unequal world.
Lara Robinson, in the green and red silks, has strong ties with Australia. She had a work riding stint with Bart Cummings at Randwick, and her sister is currently working at Widden Stud in the Hunter Valley. She's on the well-fancied 4-year-old Tasia, owned by the Aga Khan. Tasia enjoys a perfect run to score brilliantly.
They went nice gallop. Usually ladies' races have a reputation of going too fast, but I think we went a very sensible pace today, and it worked out for me anyway.
With betting stake replenished by Lara and Tasia, it was time to depart, but not before a donation to Lily the Fruit Lady. Lily has been peddling her wares at the racetrack for most of her life.
The holy name.
From Fairyhouse to Flemington, Ireland and Australia certainly have a lot in common.
Well, there's always been a great affiliation between the two countries and their peoples. I think the Irish helped to populate Australia. So now our horses are trying to do the same.
Yes, good on you, Gordo. Creates havoc wherever he goes. He destroyed Lily the Fruit Lady's stand there. Couldn't you listen to them talk all day, the Irish, that beautiful lilt in the voice?
Top one, Lake Lucerne, Jen. This one back to mare's class, and has one on affected ground, one on a dead track at Moonee Valley, but we don't think the track is that bad today.
Black Caulfield at her last start, Pete, she was midfield and she was on the inside of them. She did get a very nice run there, and she just seemed to hold her own ground. Here, I'd probably give her a place chance.
Larry Cassidy, the rider aboard number 3, Noble Lotto, finished 5th behind Sedately here on Saturday, and should appreciate the extra distance. It's been shaping up as though the 2,000 metres will suit.
Yeah, she got well back on Saturday and she stormed home down the outside. She's a terrific mare, this one. She's desperate for the 2,000 metres, which she gets here today, and she'll be hard to beat. 5 ladies way trained here on the track by Ray Lawson, Danny Nikolic, the rider, wide all the way at Moonee Valley behind Centile. Yeah, she's had 2 goes at the 2,000 metres, and both times she's sort of struggled over that distance. I'm just wondering whether or not it's a bit far for her. One of Lee Friedman's 6 go-go Dole, Damien Oliver, the rider, eased out here on Saturday and then had specking back in at good odds, was second into the straight but weakened over the last little bit. That was over 1,600, so what about the 2,000? Well, slight disadvantage, Peter, here from the barrier 16, but she has got Damien Oliver on board, and I'm sure he'll do his best to overcome that barrier. A little bit one pace, so I'd give her a place chance. Further down near the bottom, number 13, Perdido, jumped awkwardly here on Saturday in the race behind Sedately. Yeah, she didn't have all that much luck, Pete. She was held up all the way down the straight, and the 2,000 metres is going to suit her here today. She'll be hard to beat as well. Another one in the same boat was Tristera. It had no luck at all in the closing stages. Trained by John Moe, ridden by Stephen King. She's got a wide gate, but I thought she was an outside chance at each way odds. Yes, no weight there with 51 kilos. It was a sound effort on Saturday. Oh, sorry, at Flemington on Saturday, yes. 2,000 metres is going to suit her quite well here. I gave her a place chance. And 15 is our Bridgetta, and I know that you're very keen about the chances of this one. Very impressive 4-lengths win at Moe, and its runs have been well spaced. Yes, this horse, I'm very impressed with her runs in the country area. I think she's up to this standard. She's only got 50 50.5 kilos. She has drawn nicely in barrier 6. I thought she's a very honest mare and should be very hard to beat.
Some race 2 up for us, Jen, the Bobby McGee's 2000.
Well, Peter, I'm going for number 15 at fairly good odds. Alberjetta to win from number 13, Perdido, and number 3, Nobilotto.
For me, it's 14 from 3, Tristera from Nobilotto. Enjoying this weather, Jen?
Oh, that's great, isn't it?
Oh, it's nice down
It's
here.
getting blown away.
Yeah, not much wind, as you can see. So, Dan, I hope you're not too warm up there in the commentary box.
We're all right, Mr. Grumpy. Okay, Lake Lucerne here is at $9.40. Diversify $19.50. Nobilotto $5.20. Isalt $15.90. Ladies Way $14.90. Go-Go Doll $8.10. Sudden Wonder $15.70. Ascona $29.60. Presage $52.90. Cyclone Watch $36.80. Grey Rose $19.60. Perdido $8.10. Tristera $9. Alberjetta $15.40. Ritual Snip $54. La Poundage $32. And Summer Alert $41.70.
That's the tight call for race 2. And these runners just about to make their way to the stalls for the start of this, the second event. And the wind is getting up and the rain increasing. There's the map, 2,000 metres. Big field here, so they'll need a posse by that stage at the 1,400. And if you're trapped out wide, well, that nearly does spell the end of your chances there around that turn. And then the last 450 metres down the straight for the Bobby McGee's. Tristera from me each way, and also from Roy Higgins, Alberjetta from Jenny Chapman, Perdido from John Letts. So we've found a bit of value here in race 2. Let's hope it comes off for you as they head to the stalls now for the start of the Bobby McGee's 2000. Back to Flemington on final day after this.
Away in racing now. Caught them in a pretty good line too. Isalt is going to settle back at the tail with Ritual Snip, and Ladies Way, the first one to jump away from Ascona, and Diversify wide out on the track is going up forward. Grey Rose in 4th placing at the moment, and then Tristera wide from Cyclone Watch and Lake Lucerne. La Poundage around them out deep, followed by Presage. Ritual Snips off the track for the moment. Alberjetta down to the inside with Summer Alert, and then Go-Go Doll, followed by Perdido, Nobilotto, Isalt second last, and Sudden Wonder last of all, and 12 lengths off Grey Rose, who surged to the lead at the 1,400 metre point. The Grey Rose is out 3 lengths in front. Second placing Diversify. La Poundage was third. A half a length away Ascona, a length and a half to Ladies Way. Lake Lucerne on the inside of Presage. A half a length to Tristera. 1 1/4 Cyclone Watch, and 3/4 Ritual Snip. 3/4 back the inside Summer Alert, and then came Alberjetta getting 1 off the rail. Go-Go Doll's now forced 3 deep. A length and a half to Nobilotto on the inside of Perdido. Isalt second last, and Sudden Wonder last of all. 900 metres left to travel, and Grey Rose on top. Leads 2.5 lengths Diversify. La Poundage third, and Ascona 4th. Ladies Way was 5th, and going up 3 wide Presage. Then came Ritual Snip. Next was Cyclone Watch from Go-Go Doll. Alberjetta. Summer Alert down on the inside of Perdido. Nobilotto well back, 8 lengths off the lead, and back to the tail Sudden Wonder and Isalt. About 550 metres to go. Grey Rose will lead around the turn. The grey mare a length in front. Presage, La Poundage, Diversify behind them. Ritual Snip out 4 deep. Ladies Way, Lake Lucerne getting right up on the inside, and Ascona works into it as La Poundage hit the lead. At the 300, La Poundage goes to Diversify. Then Ascona followed by Ladies Way. Cyclone Watch running on, and now Tristera into the clear and joining them. La Poundage the leader of the 200. Tristera, and here comes down the outside Sudden Wonder. It'll beat them. Sudden Wonder goes up and grabs the lead away from Tristera and La Poundage, and Sudden Wonder goes on to score about a half a length. La Poundage second, and nose away third Tristera. They were followed by Ladies Way. Nobilotto never got into it. Ascona next time, and then Isalt, followed by Alberjetta, Cyclone Watch and Lake Lucerne. Presage next, and then Perdido. Summer Alert, Go-Go Doll, Diversify, Ritual Snip, and Grey Rose was last. A very cool ride. That mare was a distinct last on the home turn, and to be quite truthful, Gary, she only got to the post about 3/4 pace.
Oh, I know. She just went home, and that's the one that Johnny said looked so well around the barrier. The one that I fancied, Tristera, she ran another good race, but all the honours were with the winner, Sudden Wonder. She just gobbled them up in the straight. After they'd gone about a furlong, I noticed there's quite a bit of trouble in the race. There was one there, got checked pretty bad, went right back through the field, and did sort of inconvenience Nobilotto a little bit. But
Approximately $13.80 and $4.40. Number 17 will get second La Poundage, $9.20. And number 14, Tristera, a place tote of $3.10. They had their chances, but Sudden Wonder had to give the leaders a good 10 lengths as they come to the turn. That's it, arrowed, and the horse inside of it's Eye Salt, so it's in last placing.
Yes, very good one. Like to get home from here, but that's what we're saying before. Like that horse has been back in the field at all the cover, and that's what you're going to have, you know, in these type of races when that wind's blowing. You can see here, still not in the picture here. It's well back. There is right on the outside now.
Second from the outside.
Yeah, second from the outside. Just put it in its run. Arrow there.
They crowded up too, which probably helped her, but look at the way it's finishing. Paddy just giving it one sort of down the side, and she's going to win by 3 or 4 lengths, and this is obviously where the wind plays a little bit of part, because she couldn't really shake them off, even though she was going much the better than them.
That's right.
Okay, let's speak to the winning trainer of Sudden Wonder. There was a little bit of money in the ring, so I wonder if they brought some of that Adelaide money over, Peter Donegan, to put on Sudden Wonder.
Well, we'll find out now. Dan from Stuart Padman just having a look at the replay, and gee, that was a patient ride by Paddy, but she finished at 100 miles an hour.
It's the only way to ride her, Peter. She's just got to be let find her feet early and come to the outside. So it was lovely. Given
the fact that most of the winners have been racing up on the speed, did that worry you today?
Certainly. I came over on Wednesday and looked at a lot of replays of races here, and everything's been coming from the first 5 or 6. Or the majority of winners have been coming from the first 5 or 6, but you can't. Once you know how to ride the horse, you can't change your pattern of racing, and we had to sort of go along with it. I was pleased when I got here and found a howling headwind. I thought, well, that gives us a bit more chance.
That's where you need a top jockey too if they're going to settle back, because Lee Friedman said the other day the main ingredient of a good rider is patience, and you've got to have that if you're going to ride them that way.
Patrick was certainly patient. He was 3 lengths behind the last horse at the half mile. I thought, well, perhaps we're bitten off a bit more than we could chew, bring her over here, but she's backed that judgment nicely.
Okay, we're going to go out and talk now to the winning jockey. Congratulations, Stuart.
Good, thank you very much.
Stuart Padman, the winning trainer after race 2 with Sudden Wonder, and here is Johnny Letts with that patient man, Patrick Payne.
Patrick, a great ride, patient back at the rear all the way. So a little bit confident?
I was always confident. I didn't know it would work, and when we were quick up around the corner, she felt like she didn't really get home good, and she did.
Yeah, congratulations. Wayne boy.
Thanks very much, Johnny. And it's Sudden Wonder, the winner here in race 2, coming home with a wet sail to win from number 17. And that was La Poundage with the one we thought in the race. Tristera might represent some odds, sneaking into a place to run 3rd. Officially 4th there was number 5, Ladies Way, and 5th home was number 8, and that was Ascona. Time for the journey 2-3. 2 minutes and 3 seconds for the 2,000 metres in race number 2. Well, Jenny Chapman's down here with me. Yours didn't have a lot of luck, Jen?
She had no luck whatsoever, Pete. If you backed her, I'd be inclined to follow her up next time she races. She just got in behind them, just didn't have 1 ounce of luck, and still flew home from about the 200-metre mark to run 6. So unfortunately we didn't get the money there, but I'm sure we'll get it on her next time.
Just having a look at the pattern of the racing there, I've tipped Arborea in the Nissan Stakes, and that's probably going to help. You know, this headwind that Gary's been talking so much about, it might help the horses that come from the back today.
Yes, I think so. Well, see, Grey Rose got out and led there too, Peter, and she does tend to like to lead out there on her own. Did that and helped those horses getting home. Yes, it's going to make it very interesting.
There's the winner, Sudden Wonder, with Patrick Payne after the Bobby McGee's 2002nd event on the card on final day. Back with correct weight and how much money you've won after this break.
The strings of...
Sudden Wonder, $13.80 for the win, $4.60 the place. Number 17, La Poundage, $9.20, and 14, Tristera, $3.10. Quinella, $270.90. The trifecta, $4,237 even. Race to race double, $37.40. Margins were a half a length by a half head. The time, 2 minutes and 3 seconds. 4th, number 5, Ladies Way. 5th in, number 8, Ascona. 6th was the favourite, Noble Otto, who, incidentally, Tim, did get a bit of a prat around the back of the track at about the 1,800-metre point. Petito got interfered with, checked Noble Otto, and inconvenienced a few others. Gary Willits pointed that out, of course, and it's always worth noting for later on.
Yes, there was a bit of knocking around in that race that went on coming down the straight, but there's the winner. And a good win too. Let me tell you, there's a very happy punter in our studio, but unfortunately it's not me.
Right. Peter, Sports Speed, $11.60 up the top. He handles the distance okay. Doremus, $1.50 and $1. Saracen, $13.20. He's the likely leader in the race. Bon Prasher, $9. Our Stargate, $20. Indy Raj at $35. Cedo Bridge, $14.20. Twin Oak, $35.10. Bent on winning, $58.40, and Backslap at $26.10. So if you like something else in the race, be thankful of Doremus because you're getting great value about every other runner. He can get a long way back in his races, but by golly, he's good, Pete.
He is very good, and I think we're going to see how good he is here in the third event. Very short on the tote is Doremus. What's he like in the betting ring? Terry Kennedy.
Here's the final day of the Spring Carnival in Melbourne. Throughout the years, it's just